last time I covered the CV, how to, structure your CV according to GMC guidelines. So if anyone has missed that session, you can always go back and see the recording. And so again, just a repetition, housekeeping rules and disclaimer. So these 4 documents which I have listed towards the end, these are the most important. So while you are doing and collecting the evidence for your CV, for your GMC, please, these documents should be maybe pinned on your laptop or just saved. So you will have to go back and forth again and again. And please follow the updates if there are any. Sometimes, people miss any update, and it might be a very simple thing, but what happens that document come back from GMC to you, and it takes again 2 or 4 or 6 weeks again to get them, in order. So from the start, I would suggest that these 4 documents, SSG guidance, histopathology curriculum, associated syllabus, and SLEs, these should be on your desktop. Okay, so what's about again Caesar and different from KSE or portfolio pathway? So previously it used to be 4 domains and we had to submit the evidence according to that. Now what we have to do is that we have to map our evidence as per the CIPs and to demonstrate the knowledge, skill, and experience. So it has become more flexible, but remember the curriculum remains the same. So people do ask that, do we still have to submit this and do we still have to submit that? For example, pediatric autopsies or the rotations. So I would suggest that please do that where and when you can, if those are deficient in your original experience. So we'll of course touch more upon that in later on. And and what's the currency of evidence? Last time I touched on that, but I thought that I will just revisit that. That last 10 years you can submit. Previously it used to be last 5 years. And I would say that maximally submit the most recent experience if you can. And if you can, even if you have to redo certain things, and if you can, I'm repeating if you can, because last time there was a question about autopsies that someone has done that, and but it's like old. So the good thing is that GMC and RCPath has given the example for autopsies that you may have done that during early your career, but and then you should provide a cover letter or explain it in your CV. Sorry, and excuse me, and always document where there is some deficiency you feel, or where you feel that it's an older evidence, or you feel like so explain it, because I always give example that I came intra-COVID to the UK, so there was gap on my experience letter. So over there, automated, the experience letter was automated generated, and they gave me towards the end of my contract. However, I had, annual leaves, I had other leaves. So I left earlier because, flights availability and where. So I explained it in very nice words that because of that, there might be some overlap during of my dates in my experience letter, but that is the reason. So always explain. Don't think that other people or GMC advisor or even the assessor will automatically, uh, uh, assess and automatically know your, I won't say shortcomings, but tweaking of the evidence. Okay, so so it's again a combo, that knowledge, skills, and experience. So how do they assess knowledge? That's the major your exam. So again, highly suggested that FRC path, unless and until you have done really some very good exam, and then you have to submit the curriculum, then you have to submit that how the exam will had taken place, what were the components. So it's a quite a bit of hassle for that. But if you can, do the, or you've done the FRC pad, that is the best thing. Then submitting the evidence. So from the start, follow these guidelines. When you start making your folders, when you start saving your documents, save it in the same format as you will submit. I am telling you, submission is the biggest hassle. And when I was submitting, one of my seniors, she told me that I had to take annual leaves to submit the Caesar application. And I was like, I actually laughed. I said, maybe she's joking, but it was not the case. Also myself had to. I'm very, very, I must say, fast and very organized. But still, I had to take some leaves to just to submit the application. Just imagine. So from the start, so the things which I not mistake, but which I wish someone could have told me beforehand, were that always make your folders, keep your evidence in a cloud-based format, because any virus or anything, your computer crashes, your folder shouldn't be gone. And third thing would be that I will later on again touch on that GMC applications remain open for 24 months. So you can even start the application beforehand. Once you are, you think that you will be able to complete your evidence within 6 months to a year, I would suggest that start that. But however, if you have not started doing maybe autopsies, there is no, your department might not be able to support you currently, or you don't find any other department which can support you for the autopsies, or maybe I'm just giving you an example of autopsies, maybe rotations, maybe anything else. So until that time, you sort out that what are the deficiencies in your application and how would you cover that. Don't start the application in GMC. Why? I will just touch upon later on. And there is GMC user guide also. This is again, so those are the 5, strata that you can have in the application. So once you have application opened, for each section, 5 options would be there. That not started yet, in progress. So not started is a default status. Then in progress, when you are, uploading, and you have still not uploaded the complete evidence. Then evidence uploaded, which you have already done that. If you have done only electronic, then just select the status. However, if you are submitting hard copies for any of the domain, tick the box. There is a box below, and just tick the box that you will provide additional hard copy. No original document to be provided. Just now, it's always a copy with solicitor, they have to verify or authenticate, or other person have verified. So these days, I don't think that I had to apply apart from only one my overseas registration, and only that you have to apply. So not submitting evidence for the particular section. So few sections would be like that. That doesn't mean that you are not submitting evidence. That means that you have already provided the evidence in the previous sections. So cross-reference. So cross-reference over here, I would say that select the section and provide details that why you are not, there is a box below, that why you are not providing evidence for this section, or you can just upload a cover letter also for this. Or finally, I don't think so that this will be a case for any of the evidence these days, but hard copy evidence only. So you have to select that. Okay, so provide clear and concise description again. So now once you have started your application and you are, saving your log books, and I will touch on log books and details. Many people have asked me next time about logbook for Histo, Cyto, and then your rotational and autopsies, and how to again, because it was, I thought that I will cover it this time, but to how to summarize and how to produce summary sheets. Those are very important. So I think we'll have to become part Excel expert and IT expert while submitting the Caesar application also. So, so clear and concise description should be there for each document. And then you have to, there is a drop down menu, and then you have to copy paste that same, and that same title or same description should be in your verify performa. So everything should match together. Because if something, just a glitch, one thing is not matching and you have submitted the document, but the title is not matching. So GMC will return, or maybe verifier will get confused. Sometimes it gets through the GMC advisor, but sometimes verifier will get confused that you have written the dates. And so last time also for CV also, your dates should match. For documents also, for example, you are saying that it is 2020 and 2021 logbook. So same title should be on the, while you are uploading the document. So copy paste that same, and same should be in your verifier performer. So these are very tiny things, I must say, but these are very important, because sometimes you lose just 8 to 10 weeks that you didn't follow this. And because I think we are so focused on getting the evidence that the uh, most important part of your Caesar, or sorry, portfolio pathway application is presentation. Just imagine, for your, you have done loads of work, but you have done maybe hundreds and thousands of histopathology cases sign out, but you are not presenting it in a proper way, and or in an obvious, or organized way. That would be a bit of, you know, thingy, that your documents might not be returned, but assessor might miss your evidence. And I have seen people, suffering from that. That unfortunately they have got very good experience, very good evidence, but in the end they did not give the weightage to the submission and representation of your evidence. So when I was doing my, the interview series, I was just like, how to present yourself, sell yourself. So over here, sell your evidence, brand your evidence that you have done this and you have done this. We all have done most of the things at our, back home, and uh, we just have to uh, just add up things. So once the application is rejected, then people think that, oh no, I have done so much, so and so. So representation is the most important, of course, after getting all the evidence. So group evidence together. This is also very important, rather than they have to go through 1 and 2 and 3 and upload. And just imagine, assessor has to download the document and then see, and then, so it's a very big hassle for them also. So try to minimize the number of documents. So they say that maximum 150. I would say rather that around 100, not more than that, please. So 100 is still a big number. So, but 100 should be fine. But GMC says up to 150 and up to 1,000 pages. So each file should contain evidence from one hospital and institute only. This is again very important, that don't mix and match, please. That in your summary sheets, you can say that total like 2020 till 2025, something like that. But over there also, I would suggest that separate the hospitals. And then in the end, you can just, when you upload the summary sheets, in the end, you can say that total is this. And fully anonymized, this is again very important. Redaction, it comes back. It usually comes back. So I had to sit one of my colleagues' application before submission, and although she had been through that, through the reports, through the evidence, but we still found 3 or 4. So I of assessor becomes different, I of GMC advisor become different. So no patient identifier should be there, and that includes name, birth, date of birth doesn't include in that, and maybe ward number, or the bed number again. Why? Because you can locate the patient back from that. And so most important is lab number and name. So because sign out date, you can always, of course, no one will try to, but the thing which can lead to the patient identity, that is called patient identifiers, and redaction is very important. So full anonymization. So please buy a the some PDF software and redact those. And it should be a permanent redaction. It shouldn't be a temporary redaction. Then, if one page is uploaded has not been anonymized, the whole document will come back. So again, yes, please. Lab numbers should be redacted because those are patient identifier. You can see which patient had what. Order numbers or request numbers or NHS numbers. So those everything which can lead to the patient and patient name. And GMC doesn't say specifically about word and those things, but I would say that just redact it because no need for keeping. So anything, if you have got any doubt, just redact. Apart from birth, because age is important, you are giving in your, no, age is important. You don't have to redact that because you have to give in your logbook that name, the specimen type, age, gender. So those things are important. Those things should not be redacted. Then, of course, because you have to submit the pediatric, evidence for pediatric pathology. So age is important. It needs not to be redacted. But what happens after, it comes back that again your cycle starts and again 6 to 8 weeks go back. So it's a long process already, and you are so done with it. And in the end, and if you just, make silly, minor mistakes, please don't do that. And just imagine if you are, God forbid, if you are a patient and your reports goes, because these documents are saved in GMC sort of forever. So I didn't know that, but then when I took the Caesar assessor workshops, they told me that those applications remain there. So you won't want your report to be there with your name or NHS number or identifier. So just think of it like that, and please detect.